return one more time, rather unusual of us, but such is the nature of football these days that you could someday perhaps get a midnight kickoff in the Barclays, well, it's no longer called that, in the English Premier League. Good evening and welcome one more time. Namdi is still here, Uchi's still here, Lexo is still here. I'm Femi, so glad to be a part of it as kickoff comes upon us. Man City, 3 back-to-back defeats for them. They've crashed out of Europe, playing today away to Tottenham, who've won their last 7 Premier League games. The question on the lips of every mind is, can City return to winning ways and bounce back to break the unbeaten run of Tottenham Hotspurs today? So that is why we are here. Another big game in the Premier League. City have had no good time of things in the last 2 weeks. They've suffered defeats against 2 of their top 6 rivals, and they will have to work very, very hard to avoid another defeat today at Wembley. Tonight, more or less. Tottenham are on the roll, so are we. So let the guys say welcome themselves. I'll start with the tallest of the lot. His name, Alex.
Good evening, Femi. Good evening to the listener out there. It's good to be here. The big game, Tottenham, Manchester City. First of all, I think I will expect goals from both sides, but it's going to be pretty difficult to see this Manchester City side bounce back off that disastrous loss from Liverpool. I think I thought Manchester City would have gotten something better off the game, but they lost away from home. They lost at home, and also they got that comeback from Manchester United. So it's really not going well for Manchester City as we speak, but one stat to reckon with is the fact that Pep Guardiola has never gone 4 games without winning a game, 4 games losing on a row. So I think it will be interesting to see that happen. And don't forget, this Tottenham side, they've been very, very impressive this season. The likes of Harry Kane and Christian Eriksen. It's good to be here, Femi. Let's talk football.
Pleasure to be here, tall lad. Here's the other tall Alex. Both of them 6-footers. Alex Namdi Ekuba, more like Namdi Alexander Ekuba. How are you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, Femi. Yeah, let's not argue about height. Well, it's nice to be here.
Well, come to think of it, because this Alex looks skinny.
He's skinny. That's
he looks taller.
You think?
Who knows, if you guys stood together, who might be taller?
We'll do that after the show.
Both of you want to stand?
After the show, though.
You want to stand?
No, we are far away.
No, stand, I can tell.
Hey, I don't want the young man to disrespect me. Let's just let it go. Just let it go. All right, Femi. It's a big one.
Yeah.
It's the biggest. I think it's definitely the biggest this weekend as far as the Premier League is concerned. It's at Wembley, and all eyes will be on Pep Guardiola as well as Kyle Walker. Yes, their former player. And I was actually surprised to see Kyle Walker start. We know that when City were to play Liverpool, he went to bench Raheem Sterling.
Yeah.
But now Kyle Walker. Leroy Sané. Early Tottenham are in trouble.
Early in the morning.
Tottenham are in trouble. This is a big one. It's nice to be here.
City are vexing. Here's the other tall lad in the house. I may not put him as a 6-footer, but I'll make him a good 5'10", 5'11". Buchona Kala, just shaving 6 feet.
Femi, 5'10", 5. That's wrong.
5'11".
500. I'm taller. I'm definitely sure I'm taller than Eric. I like Namdi.
Like seriously?
I'm definitely
taller than Namdi.
And Alex, I'm sure.
Alex,
I'm 100% sure that I'm taller than them, Femi. You don't call Alex taller.
Yeah,
I'm taller.
Well, you don't look it. You look fat.
Well, because the fat is right. That's the problem.
I doubt it. We're not taller than
when we were taking those pictures, we stood. It was not.
Okay,
Let's not talk about height here.
Same height as Emmanuel Etim.
I'm taller than Emmanuel Etim. We saw it there. We argue. I'm taller than Emmanuel Etim. But the person I'm definitely sure I'm taller than Chidebe.
All taller than Chidebe.
Another bad game we're having here. We just already Sunny hitting the post with that. I'm expecting a very, very good game. City have lost 3 games in a row. If there's one thing that will make it 4th, it has to be this team. Spurs, we know they put the big boys, but City have a point to prove. Just 4 minutes, and they are kind of attacking this game. Even though they are missing important players in Fernandinho and Aguero, but I think they still have a lot to do. And also remember, if they win this game, I think they can win the league. They are the better for them.
We'll find out soon enough as we launch ourselves fully into the lineup for this game here on the night. It's just a quick summary. It's 4 changes for Tottenham from the side which won against Stoke last weekend. Serge Aurier, Son Heung-min and Victor Wanyama are all on the bench tonight. Danny Rose missed out with injury. It was disappointing for the fans when that news broke just a while ago that Danny Rose will not be playing. Eric Dyer is in as Ben Davies, Carey and Trippier and Eric Lamela. For the champions in waiting, it's 3 changes for Pep Guardiola's side after their Champions League ouster just like last Tuesday. Otamendi and Bernardo Silva are on the bench. It's a strange situation for Otamendi. He's not used to sitting on the bench, but that is where he'll plonk his plum behind his own behind his plum. Fernandinho is suspended, so no part in this game. Vincent Kompany is the captain for the team today. Fabian Delph returns, and Ike Guran is also in this fixture. Plenty of cover that the Brazilian Fernandinho gives them. You wonder how they might miss him today, but the visitors have Ederson in goal. There's Laporte and company at the heart of defense. Walker and Delph running defensively and across the lines. Guran is the midfield anchor person, but he's got De Bruyne and Silva to lean on. Sané, Sterling play behind Jesus, who's the lone man up front. No room today for Kun Aguero. Not even on the bench. Injury keeps him out. I guess he'll be getting some playing time. It's Kane up front for the homers as they come attacking. Now Dele Alli winning a corner, it would seem. Appeals perhaps for a semblance of a penalty. Referee not interested. Ali, Eriksson and Lamela playing behind him. Surprise, surprise. Heung-min Son drops to the bench for this kickoff. It's Dembele and Dier in a defensive midfield anchorage of sorts, while you quite naturally will find Mr. Hugo Lloris in goal, flanked more like covered by Vertonghen and Sanchez, Trippier and Davis. So we got our game before us. City with a chance to open. Raheem Sterling
does the Sterling.
Disappointing.
He does the Sterling, Femi. He did this all game last weekend against Manchester United. If Sterling was on point, I think in the first half United should have been 6 behind. But he's done it again. Clean through. He decided to pull back. Still had a chance to take the shot, but the same way the other 3 from over the weekend happened. He did it again, Raheem Sterling. He knows how to create those spaces. He knows how to make those runs. But what does he do when he eventually gets one-on-one with the goalkeeper?
He also knows how to waste them.
Yeah, he's got a lot of goals at the start of the season, but he's lost that already, Raheem Sterling. But City look like the team on a mission. And I feel for Tottenham. I feel for Tottenham, Femi. I do feel for them.
Femi, you can feel for Tottenham, but also let's not forget, same as City team started so well against Liverpool, and later they went down. Femi, maybe about how you start now, about how you finish. That's what happened. I think Tottenham are kind of chilling. City has to invite the pressure on them. Tottenham are kind of safe right now when it comes to a tournament qualification. Now, not that concluding. City have to run and win this. They've lost 3 games in 2 different competitions. They have a point to prove. Though they might be winning the league, but they have a point to prove. So I'm not really surprised them are taking a go at Spurs. I think the game is just 13. Even if they score 1 goal, I think they're still open for any team to win.
Well, Femi, there's one game in Spain at the San Mamés Stadium right in the Basque Country. Athletic Bilbao host Deportivo La Corona as we speak. It's 9 minutes gone in that center. It's 1-0 in favor of Deportivo La Corona. The goal scored by Adrian. Surprising to see Deportivo La Corona. They've been poor this season, but they're really stepping up at the San Mamés Stadium, one of the most beautiful stadiums in Spain, as they lead Athletic Bilbao. 9 minutes gone in that one. It's 1-0 in favor of Deportivo La Corona.
Interesting stuff. We are into the 10th minute of this game. It's Tottenham 0, City 0. Big game at Wembley on the night. The homers in their traditional white over black shorts and white socks to boot, and attacking the goal to the right. If you can visualize that. City are in their, claret jerseys these days. Top, shorts and socks everywhere. Attacking the goal to the left. You have a pretty good idea of how these two sides are playing on the night. You can join the conversation. You need to know that we're streaming this conversation live on YouTube. You got to go there right now. That's youtube.com/Nigeria Info FM. Okay, just run a search. If you just run a search for Nigeria Info Live, you will see us there. Add 993 if you wish. From any YouTube connection, you cannot miss it one bit. Corner to City. They've been the better of the two sides. It's flung into the box. It's Guidoan who reaches it first, but then dispossessed and easily robbed of the ball.
That's the sweeper keeper, Femi. Moraes, he comes out all the way to the midfield to get the ball out, and that's what Pep Guardiola wants. But one thing we know is we have a game of two sweeper keepers. Hugo Lloris on one side, Moraes on the other side. But one comes out more than the other. We saw Hugo Lloris do it earlier in this game. Against Stoke City, it failed him. But this one has done it already, Moraes. So it's a game of two goalkeepers, a game of two very attacking managers, also a game of two high-pressing teams. So it's something to look out for. I expected Tottenham to be on all over City like a rash, but we're not seeing that. Instead, City all over them like tattoos. Now that's where the problem is. It's not the way I expected, but I think for Mauricio Pochettino, he has something working for him. He has something he has in mind. Since they are not pressing as high as I expected, maybe I decided to take a more conservative method of beating the City side.
Well, we'll be interested to see how that develops. City have already hit the post in this game, by the way.
Yeah, Leroy Sané, the striker from the other side, used outside of his boot to hit that one. And Hugo Lloris was stuck on the floor, like, I don't know what happened there. But that would have been goal number one. But when you play football, I keep saying it, luck is very important. United won that game because they had the luck of Raheem Sterling in there. Yes, that's the luck. He was their lucky charm. He was there to give them that. And if Leroy Sané decides to be good luck to Tottenham, then good luck to Man City for that one. But City are the better of the two sides. We already know they're pressing high. Just look at how they're not even letting Tottenham settle on the ball. I don't think Harry Kane has had up to 3 touches in this game. That's how restricted they've been by this City team and how aggressive they've been. Leroy Sané just went into Kieran Trippier out there, and I think for Pep Guardiola, he's a man on a mission.
We're gradually approaching the quarter-hour game. Tottenham 0, City 0. Last game of today's fixtures. It's still the opening day of this weekend's fixtures, week 34. Some really interesting encounters still expected tomorrow as we continue to follow through on all things football and trying to see how the games develop and reach their end. Meanwhile, Alex is the man for Spain.
Yeah.
Big game at the San Mamés.
Yeah, big game at the San Mamés, Femi. I think this one is really panning out well, and it's 2-0 in that centre. shocking, and it's Adrian again on the end of that one, and it's 2-0. And Clarence Seedorf, the manager for Deportivo La Corona, seems to be happy, gingering his boys. 2-0. It's barely 15 minutes gone in that centre, and Deportivo La Corona are doing the business already, and you can see the joy coming from the fans that made their way in the San Mamés Stadium. This is good, Femi, for this Deportivo La Corona side. I don't think they've really beaten any top 6 side in Spain this season away from home. They're doing that here. They're making it look easy. Look at the ball. One time heading, and a beautiful goal coming from Adrian. It just sums up everything for this Deportivo La Corona side. They're attacking side. They know what to do when they get the ball in the dangerous areas, and they just gets this one. Look at that. Heads it down for Adrian and into the back of the net. No chance for the goalkeeper, Kepa Arrizabalaga, for Athletic Bilbao. It's shocking to see that we have a lot of fans in here at the San Mamés, but the likes of Borges, Adrian, they're taking Athletic Bilbao to the cleaners.
15 minutes played at Wembley. Tottenham 0, City 0, and that's become a bit of a awful battle in the midfield.
Femi, Gragra is the right word. Ruffle is so pidgin. It's so English. Right there. Ruffle. You go with Gragra, like when the dog is barking. Gra. It's backward dog will go gra. Ajabo dog will go ruffle. So you have to like that way.
The dog goes rough.
No, it's ruffle.
Femi is right.
Just four dog that go ruffle. You have a dog.
What is gra?
Gra. That's the way
if a dog barks like that, I don't know.
Femi, growing up, there was this guy. Growing up, there was this man. Let me not call him a guy. This man is called Dog Father. Now you go into his house and you see like 15 dogs. Wow. I'm not joking. So the nickname just stuck, Dog Father. Now you walk into the house and you see this the Rottweilers and the likes. These dogs don't bark woo. What do they bark? Ow. They are barking your head is swelling because it was big, the head.
Yeah.
My Lord.
My childhood was about dogs. Over 20 dogs in our compound when I was a kid.
We have dogs too.
Back in the day, I'll never forget my very first dog as a little child. I could barely take care of myself, but my dad thought it was a great idea to have the kids have their own pet dogs and stuff. But that was back in the day. These days,
I feel you have to love dogs. The good we're talking about dogs. Dogs, they are man.
Yeah, I'm still a fan of dogs. I always.
But they're too expensive. I have money. I can't take care of them.
It's okay,
Dogs eat more than humans.
They're great. They also.
My mom has 3 dogs.
Yeah. Your mom has 3.
She has 3 dogs. She has a broad bull and 2 boxers.
2 boxers.
Yeah. So
okay, I haven't really kept.
The dog used to back at me.
I haven't. I got kids who. Anyway, it's not a dog match. 17 minutes. I play Tottenham. Yeah, it's a bit of a dog fight in this game. I've done everything from Dachshunds to boxer, pit bull breeds, crossbreeds, but there is nothing like the Alsatian, nothing like the German Shepherd. The world's most intelligent dog, by the way. The Rottweiler, the last I checked, was 20th.
Yeah.
20th in terms of intelligence.
But I also loved
the German Shepherd. She was number 1.
She once had a Saint Bernard, and that was a dog.
Oh yeah, dog and
the probably heat wanted to give.
All about those dogs.
Here comes City. Sané. Never cut back.
Never.
No. Not interested. Sterling goes down in the box. And the Spurs team were trying to break the referee assisting them to break down the counter attack.
But from looking at that was never a penalty. Looking at Dembele, that was never a penalty. Never. No. Never. Although you might say he didn't touch the ball, but he didn't get more of Sterling at all.
Sterling didn't even touch the ball.
He didn't even touch the ball. So both of them are kind of lost, and it's going down right there. The referee made the right call there. But it has been a good game of Spurs versus City. And they're coming close again.
Here come Jesus. Is running wide and free to the right. Well, it was Sané. It was Sterling who who was running there. Jesus was more central, and Gudowan decided to go for glory. They had way too many options. A lot has been said about the way City attacks you on the counter. De Bruyne unleashing Sterling on the right, and they had 3 options. 2 in the box, just at the periphery of the box. He went for Gudowan, whose shot got a deflection. It's a corner for City. It'll be taking and wasted.
Yeah, and I think City are doing what they've always done all season: attack you. Don't give you breathing space. Raheem Sterling has been a thorn in the flesh of these Tottenham players.
But here they come again, City. It's De Bruyne now with the cross. It's too long. Goes all the way to the left for Sané, who finds Jesus long. Sells a dummy to Aurier, it would seem.
What do you believe yourself?
Finally, he just couldn't outmaneuver the young man. It was Davison Sanchez for Tottenham Hotspur.
I think for the holding midfielders, Moussa Dembele and Eric Dyer, they've been outplayed by Ilkay Gundogan, Kevin De Bruyne and David Silva. They've been outplayed. They haven't been given that space to even have a sniff of the ball. It's been difficult for them. Fabian Delph has come up to also help from his left back duties to the midfield. It's just been a total dominance by City in the midfield, and that's why they're having so many chances. Mauricio Pochettino needs to do something. He needs to get his players more involved in this, because Harry Kane has been starved of the ball. The long balls have been the way now of Tottenham, because they can't even hold on to the ball. Once they are on it, the City players attack them, and it's a problem. If they do want to get something out of this game, they need to start thinking fast, because I don't think if City get for
the opener. Interesting. Another quick thinking counter move, and the City fans are absolutely ecstatic.
Where was the defense, Femi? Where was the Tottenham defense? That was a long ball from way behind, and you ask the question, how many times does City hit those long balls? When they do hit the long balls, they have something, and that was so deep. And watch that one from Gabriel Jesus. He wants in between the defense of Tottenham and goes in one-on-one with Hugo Lloris. You expect him to be a sweeper keeper. He doesn't even rush out. The whole world is in front of Gabriel Jesus. He runs in there and slots it home. And this,
he had enough time to have judged the flight of that ball. Everything. He was looking at it, and he was tracking back all the while.
Now this is my fear, Femi. I wanted to say this before this attack came. The fact that I don't see City losing from a winning position. I don't see it happening. It happened against Liverpool within the week in the Champions League. Happened against United. I don't think Pep Guardiola will let this happen again. And now they're in front. Let's see what Mauricio Pochettino does.
Like you said, first time, second time they pin. Second time they pin. A third time when they pin pass. So I won't see City top in this. So, but Femi, that was a good ball. But I wouldn't really blame Lloris for that. He was kind of far from him. You have to blame Sanchez. I think he caught his positioning wrong. And that man Jesus was there. The last time he scored was against Liverpool when he scored one. They came back and they scored 2. Good game. Just before the second mark, City taking the lead in this game. They need this victory more. They have lost 3 times in a row. So they have to win to put some sanity in the mind of their fans.
And we've only just reached the halfway point in the first half. Tottenham 0, City 1.
And Femi, you're playing against Pep Guardiola side, and you're playing a high line. What have you been taking? I mean, you know that you have to sit in deep, then expect to hit them when you have a prolific striker like Harry Kane. You have Dele Alli, who has an eye for goal. You have Christian Eriksen, who also has an eye for goal and an eye for fantastic passes. And you're playing a high line, and that's one of it. This is it.
Well, here comes another chance. Jesus has got to the referee, has already spotted something.
It's a penalty.
Pointed to the spot. The goalkeeper took that. Well, the goalkeeper, Hugo Lloris. Well, that was a penalty. The referee was going to play the advance. Again, on this occasion, what was that? Femi was so free.
Well,
where's the marking?
Well, that's a free kick. That's a free kick, Femi. It is a free kick.
It did seem it happened on the outside.
That should even be a red card.
It took him out.
Well, a penalty has been given.
But
Look at it again. They're inside the box.
Before the penalty, what was Jesus thinking?
And you can. Oh, Leka, good one. Second goal for City. Well, disappointment. The referee would have allowed play to continue if Gabriel had thought that it was an empty post. He decided to over-embellish.
You want to do skill? Femi, this is the reason why I will never be a manager, Femi. I will never be a manager.
You'll probably die of a heart attack.
Don't be at attack as an effect. I was not person. Don't preach on football no violence.
Why so violent?
I don't know what you was thinking. I think the goal was kind of open.
But what if you slap somebody who could slap you back?
No, I'm the manager. They can't slap me back. I'm the manager. They can't slap me back. So you want to do Serere? Don't do Serere.
Now, outside the box. And that should have been a red card. That's the problem. That should have been a free kick. We'll look at it again. And a red card, I think. Well, he had his boots. It was outside the box. Outside the box. Well, interesting.
Hopefully we'll get an appeal from the sports people claiming those goals.
Well, it was Kieran Trippier who recklessly gave the ball away. And on both occasions that Spurs have conceded tonight, it's been from offensive positions where they've given the ball away and then being hit with a sucker punch.
Yeah, that's the high line I was talking about. Yet again, that same high line cost them something. Raheem Sterling has the pace. Gabriel Jesus maybe not as quick as Raheem Sterling and Leroy Sané, who are both manning the flanks. Raheem Sterling on the right, Leroy Sané on the left, and you're playing a high line. You know, Mauricio Pochettino has just surprised me really. I expected more from him. I expected to see the way they played against United at Wembley. I wanted to see that. I wanted to see that recreated playing against Tottenham. But Hugo always has this thing. Whenever he plays against Man City, he fumbles. And that's what he's done again.
He wants to go there.
Well, here comes City again with Kevin De Bruyne. Sterling to his right. He turns and changes position. Finds Fabian Delph, who has Sané in his sights. Finds him. The flag stays down. Sané is on the left, but Trippier stops him. It's a throwing. According to the referee, Vincent Kompany is down.
He made the first goal. Good ball to use. Right now he's that injured. Femi, Kompany didn't start the game against Liverpool, where they lost. He didn't start. Where they lost. So he's back into them. They need leadership qualities, and he's back. He's bastard. What was they thinking about? Gee, no. If that was me, my leg would not break.
Well, it didn't. Well, there was not too much.
It wasn't too much. I think
was
it was
about the stretch, but he got him on the shin.
He don't wound down. If this is not football, something else would have happened.
Yeah, and he was quite apologetic.
When you win person, why not go apologize?
Yeah, but it's not like he saw the leg and he put his leg there to destroy it.
From this, I will not be a football manager. Trust me. I think I'll be a boxer trainer.
What are you saying?
A boxer with a train. I'll be training or trainer. I'll train the boxer.
You'll be training boxers?
Yes. No, now boxer wrestlers. Who would I used to train up?
That club president that came in with a weapon.
She might be the man.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
Why did you give that penalty? Why did you not give that penalty? The Nigerian club owner that went to the pitch and punched the player.
No, I won't do that.
Remember?
Yeah. I won't do that. If I own the club, I won't be at the stadium watching the game. Trust me, because the emotion might take over. I'll be at my house. So if I get angry, I'll just break my television.
See? See if I have a problem on your wife's head.
Not that. I got to look my wife. I think City should not really be comfortable in this game. I think we've seen a week of comeback. Look at
Gabriel Jesus and an empty post.
No, honestly, it wasn't Shadere there. It wasn't Shadere. It wasn't designers. You want to score designers?
That was definitely outside the post, Femi. But one thing,
they're coming again. Leroy Sané. What a block from Sanchez.
And that's the highline problem. Yet again, they are running in, and they are running in from the position where Kieran Trippier is meant to be. But who is Kieran Trippier to tell what to do? I mean, that's it.
Kieran Trippier was it was in the City box,
looking for goal or looking for a ball that is in his own half.
Here comes the corner. Silva to take. He goes long into the box. Sanchez heads player. Throw into City.
Femi, like I was saying, now City should really get comfortable. We saw a week of comebacks. We saw United coming back from 2 goals down against the same City. We saw Chelsea today coming back from 2 goals down to defeat them. Southampton. We also saw in the Champions League where team came back from nothing. City, and you see Guardiola, he's not comfortable. He might not get this game. It's like we have suffered before. But if one team can also come back from 2 goals, then it has to be this Spurs team. Fantastic squad they have. They've been doing so well. But when we really have not really been a home for them. When the season started, they lost so many games at home. But it's kind of too early. Just 29 minutes on me. I still see more goals, but I don't know where it's going.
Well, John Moss has been a topic, Femi. Trending John Moss. Everywhere John Moss.
That looks suspiciously like a free kick and not a penalty.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, regardless, a free kick, yeah. But I felt it was meant to be a red card.
Yes, a free kick and a sending off.
A red card straight to Gularis. He came in. He was meant to hurt Raheem Sterling.
Would not be bad. That would be better than giving a penalty.
Yeah,
but that's what happened.
That's worse.
That's worse than a penalty. But I feel Lloris should be happy that he's still on the pitch. He's still in here and keeping for Tottenham. Well, it's been very disappointing. Tottenham are playing like Dagenham and Redbridge at the moment.
Well, Ben Davies, talking about people who are fortunate to be on the pitch. Ben Davies, perhaps, on another day could have been sent off himself, flying into Vincent Kompany in that manner. Studs high and showing.
Let me tell you another player that might get sent off. His name is Dele Alli. He would get angry and stamp on somebody.
Yeah, right now he's defending.
Yeah, he would get angry and stamp on someone, and that might not be good because Tottenham are playing terrible football, very, very terrible football, and I feel disappointed. I'm not disappointed in the players. I'm disappointed in the manager because I expected more from him, and he's not giving that.
All right, a quick reminder: the conversation is going on YouTube live. Just go to www.youtube.com/NigeriaInfoFM, or just open YouTube and run a search for Nigeria Info FM Live. You'll see us. We are waiting your comments. We're looking for the first set of comments.
Of course.
Yes. We'll see some of your chats as soon as they come, so that we can read them. Send them coming in. The interesting night of football. For the first time this season, is it the first time we're having a 7:45 kickoff on a Saturday?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
The warning was given at the start of the season that we could expect to see late night games this season. At some point we'd almost forgotten about it, but here it is, the 7:45 kickoff.
We are used to seeing Champions League game late night kickoff. They brought in the Friday night football, and also, but I really don't buy the idea about this late night game. Let them just give us all the games together. What do you think, Femi?
Well, I don't know. Television is controlling everything, and City is firmly in control. Saturday back to Silva. Silva with a strong shot. And of course, Gabriel Jesus making a mess of everything for them. Again, the ball given away. This time, it was seen by Eriksson.
I don't see why Tottenham would come into this game with so much respect. No disrespect to Man City, with so much respect and fear for this same Man City side that have lost 3 straight games in a row. Now you ask the question, why on earth did Mauricio Pochettino start Lamela ahead of Heung-min Son? That's sometimes these managers, they take things before they come in. They just make up and make these decisions.
Well,
that's why I'm not a manager.
Perhaps they try to do things they take.
I mean, Heung-min Son. Imagine a Heung-min Son in this game, you won't see Kyle Walker running that wing. Because he will make sure he gets him back, and he can also score goals.
That's why I should be a manager, because I'll be making the right calls anytime, any day. I make the right calls. I think I'll be a manager soon after I leave journalism gig.
Even as we continue to anticipate, you guys just looking at what you guys are sharing with us. Adeputi Adeni says, Femi, please, can Chelsea still qualify for UCL if Liverpool wins the UCL and Chelsea end up in 5th? Well, these days there's been a a slight tweaking of the rules.
Don't forget that Arsenal are still in the Europa League.
Well, Arsenal are in the Europa League. If Arsenal win the Europa League, Arsenal then get to play in the Champions League.
Then there's no spot for Chelsea.
There's no spot. There will be no spot for Chelsea. So
Yeah, only not concluding.
yeah, we're not concluding.
Liverpool will not win Champions.
If neither of them get to win, well,
It's still 4. But one thing we know is that there are no playoffs now for the 4th place in the Premier League. Automatic qualification now.
yeah, we do know. So that's the situation. I hope that helped. City having to do some defensive duties,
In his key forward.
and they're doing it with such great confidence. You almost feel that Tottenham aren't troubling them at all. Here comes Walker, storming forward, not afraid to take on 4-5 Spurs players. Ericsson with the ball in the centre circle now. It's Silva trying to stop him, Vertonghen with the ball. And Spurs seem to be struggling to create anything reasonable. Trippier has it on the right now. And look at the lack of coordination between Lamela and Trippier. They were essentially just standing in front of each other. Now Ericsson hovering around the box area for the City side. A forced back to Dembele, who finds Dar. Well,
That's it.
certainly is not a classic for this game.
Yeah, that's it, Femi. You know, they've held onto the ball and that's the end. They're not pushing forward. Harry Kane is not on the ball. Who is the goal scorer for them? And
Well,
maybe there's a chance.
There's a bit of a disconnect. Ben Davies with a cross without much of a precision. Dele Alli gets to it first and gives it away. Sané can come away now. The referee, the referee,
I think
I'm not sure. I think he bungled the ball himself. The referee is, is calling a player over. I'm not
and that's
sure.
Trippier.
He's trying to tell him to calm down.
Shouting at me, why? Why would you shout at me? That's what he's telling you. Why? You know, but this is the problem. I think for the Tottenham players, they need to leave the referee out of it and play football. The referee is not stopping them from playing. City are outplaying them. City are outplaying them from the goalkeeping position to the attacking position. We haven't seen anything from Tottenham, so they need to re-strategize. At this point, they need. Mauricio Pochettino needs to speak with them and tell them what to do. Christian Eriksen is not in the game. Dele Alli is not. We haven't seen Harry Kane either.
Well, City outplaying them, and we are out talking both of them. Well, it was him. Well, it looks like a penalty has been given.
It is.
No.
No, what to give it a goal kick?
Goal kick.
Why?
Well,
Let's look at it again.
never a penalty. Never. Hold on. When we look at the ankle again, was there a stamp?
That was simulation.
Nothing,
I think that's the problem with this sport. Lamela, Dele Alli used to the king of simulation. I Kane used to do it at times. I dislike it. That's what I hate about football. Players that I can't stand that for me. If I was a manager, I would be a manager. My players
Don't give an excuse for not knowing anything about playing football.
I was a professional footballer.
You then on me.
Professional football with 4 posts.
37 minutes play. Tottenham 0, City 2.
It's a disappointing display from one side, and that's the white side, which is Tottenham. But I think a professional display from the other side. But I think for City at the moment, all they'll be thinking about would be, we know what happened at 2-0. We know what happened at 2-0. We need to score a third goal. And that's what, 2-0 now is no longer a comfortable position for Pep Guardiola and his boys. Now they need to score at least a third goal to confirm that they are this. Because halftime team talk from Mauricio Pochettino might be something that can, change the mentality of this team. And City are here again.
Sané with the ball on the left. Jesus is waiting down the middle. He goes back a little bit to find Fabian Delph, who floats the ball to the right and to Sterling. Sterling tries to make quick work of Ben Davies, who infringes on him as a free kick from the right side of the City attack. Ben Davies is disappointed. He feels there's nothing there. Remember, he could so easily have been sent off in this game, Ben Davies, for really really reckless challenge on Vincent Kompany's third showing. So we are into the 39th minute of this game. Tottenham 0, City 2. City with a chance to make it 3. Sane is sizing up the possibility of a swift left foot from that position. Will he go for goal? Will he float that into the box? Vincent Kompany is there, Jesus is there. And they got other options, but Sane has other ideas. He's floated it high and wide.
That was a rugby shot for me. That was from the rugby pitch. They have probably been training him in the rugby.
I think.
Not you, Richie. But that was a very disappointing one. Kevin De Bruyne has stood no chance. Not like he stood no chance. He couldn't take it because that was a free kick from a left footer. He needed to be a left footer, and Leroy Sané stood up, and that wasn't good enough. I doubt if he will take the free kick again in this game. Kevin De Bruyne will take it even if it's from his own post. But City have been fantastic in this game. But they need that third goal. I advise them to get a third goal if they can. Just get this third goal and send the game to bed. Everybody will go and sleep.
I definitely agree with Namdi about City being a better team. But also they have been so fantastic in midfield. I think that opportunity of Gundogan, De Bruyne, and also that Silva doing the magic there totally overshadow them. Dier and Dembele. Dembele is still playing well, but you can't really say they are doing well. City have totally dominated. Right now, I think the Spurs score will be thinking about halftime. Let's go in and do something. If United can come back with 2 goals, we can also do it.
40 minutes, Tottenham 0, City 2. Eriksen floats it to the left and towards Ben Davies, who can supply it across only as far as Vincent Kompany, who seems to be struggling. But here comes City again, De Bruyne. Oh, Silva couldn't latch on. Vertonghen is going, and yellow card certainly to De Bruyne, who's taken off Vertonghen. It's a free kick from some distance.
He lost the ball and wants to go back.
And you feel the City players are starting to get tired. You feel that the intensity at which they came in the first few minutes, has died down. Now they are Tottenham are now getting into the game, but that is what it is. I just feel City should get the third goal. If they get the third goal, in recent times they haven't scored in the second half, so let them just kill the game off in the first half and know that even if they don't score in the second, they are good to go.
Well, meanwhile, in Spain, Alex.
Yeah, in Spain, for me, it's 41 minutes gone. I think Deportivo La Corona, they've been very impressive in this one. Karen Seedorf, the manager.
It's game on. It's Eriksen with the first goal for Tottenham. It took a little bit of good fortune. The goalkeeper got to it, and it just came back and ricocheted off Eriksen's knee. The pass coming to the seam from Harry Kane, but it will not be given as an assist because the goalkeeper, well, it was indeed a block by Laporte. Laporte got there, blocked it, and it just came off the shin of Eriksen.
Big time block from here.
Yeah, it's beautifully poised now.
Beautiful poised.
Now we have a game. Well, interesting. Would naturally expect Tottenham to build on this. We've seen 42 going on 43 minutes. Back to Alex and to Spain.
Back to Spain. I think I love what Karen Seedorf is doing for this Deportivo La Corona side. They lead 2-0 at the San Mamés Stadium, but he is always there at the sideline, dishing out those instructions, trying to tell his boys to keep it simple. We have 15 minutes to rest for half-time and come back in the second 45 minutes and continue the good work we've been doing in the first 45 minutes. I think they've been electric in this game. The likes of Lucas Perez, the former Arsenal man, and Adrian, they've been very instinctive in this game. They got 2 goals in the first 15 minutes, and they've made it look so difficult for this athletic Bilbao side to break. Then you get to wonder who's at home, who's the home team in this game. I think Deportivo La Corona, they're throwing back everything into the tower. They've had a poor season this season in Spain, but this game looks like a final. Looks like the Copa Copa del Rey final for Deportivo La Corona. They want to pounce on this one and get all 3 points. The good thing for them is Athletic Bilbao are not having the final balls correctly in the final third. They're not getting anything purposeful going forward. So it leaves Deportivo La Corona very much alive in the game. They lead 2-0, Femi. They're making it look easy. It's 44 minutes gone in that center. It's Athletic Bilbao 0, Deportivo La Corona 2.
You got to agree, Namdi, that Eric Lamela has been kind of suspect in this game.
Yeah, he hasn't been here. And I'm asking the question why he starts ahead of Heung-min Son. I really haven't been much of a fan of the Argentine. I've been, you look at the directness at which Heung-min Son plays. He has an eye for goal. He also helps the whole team play. Lamela really doesn't do much. Once you get the ball to him, he wants to hold on to the ball and dribble one person first before he does. And we haven't really seen much of him. But one thing that caught my eye after that goal was Pep Guardiola.
Well, here comes City again. A great pass in the general direction of Lamela. He hesitates. He should have given the ball earlier on. And he's totally wasted it. Looking to dribble towards the byline. Harry Kane was alone and waiting.
Eriksen was there too.
Well, 45 minutes played. We're inside stoppage time. 2 minutes of goals to be added. Tottenham 1, City 2. Could so easily perhaps have been 2-2. City, by the way, had opportunities of their own to, quite reasonably increase their lead. Gabriel Jesus goes into the referee's black book.
Refused to move away.
That's silly coming from Gabriel Jesus. He would have moved away. I don't think that would cause much problem. The free kick coming from Tottenham. He just had to stand there to block the ball. And the referee says, no, you don't do that. The game is intensified. I think it's beautiful to see Tottenham claw their way back in this one, Femi. We saw that against Chelsea. They were losing 1-0 at some point in the game. Before halftime, they got to go back. And in second 45, they got 2 goals. And they won that game by 3 goals to 1. You get the feeling that won't happen today because Manchester City would know if they lose this game, it will be a disastrous record for Pep Guardiola. They've been better in the game, but when the clock said the 35th minute on the clock, I think Tottenham began to rise up in the game. They have a chance, they have something to prove, they have 1 goal for themselves. You get the feeling that no 2 equal halves to a football game. Tottenham might come into the second 45 knowing that if we get 1 goal, it's all square now. We can start from afresh and we can make this one interesting. I think we're going to see more interesting play coming from this Tottenham side in the second 45 minutes.
We await the referee's long draw on the whistle. It's just 5 seconds away from the full 2 minutes to be added. City with a chance, and that's gone begging. Certainly the half would end now at the Wembley Stadium. Eriksen is in the spotlights, and the camera catches him throwing his hands in the air in exasperation. Not so happy about the way his side has played. I wonder what the managers will say to both sides at the interval. But it hasn't been a footballing spectacle, if you ask me.
Yeah, I think it's just been more of a goal story. It's more of City's performance, and the 3 goals scored in the first half. That's been basically it. Nothing else. We've seen fantastic display for the first 30-35 minutes by City, and the last 15 minutes that fell to, or the last 10 minutes that fell to Tottenham. They also got a goal out of it, and if not because of the selfish nature of Eric Lamela, probably would have been 2-2 if he had squared that ball to Harry Kane or Christian Eriksen. But what I didn't fail to see was after Eriksen got that goal for Tottenham, I saw the frustration in Pep Guardiola's eyes. He slammed his bottle to the ground, and that's the wrong message to pass to your players, saying, oh, they scored 1 now, that's how they equalize. You've put it in the player's head. They will go in there and might not be able to perform top notch like they've always done. We know the City team are tired, always tired in the second half in recent times. He needs to do something different. He definitely needs to do something different. But for Mauricio Pochettino, I think he would say, right now we've hit them back. Let's see what we can do. But he can only do that if Eric Lamela is taken out of that pitch in the second half.
And so we'd go to a half-time break, and All the opportunities to look at what we saw in the first 45, and also open the phone lines, particularly if you haven't had the chance to bear your mind so far today as regards the games we have seen all afternoon long. So halftime at the Wembley Stadium, Tottenham 1, City 2.
Look like say you dey inside stadium. My name is Okay Bakasi. Keep listening to Femi and the gang for the best in sports on Nigerian Info.
Hi, my name is Tunji Andrews, and I run the SME show on 99.3 Nigeria Info every Monday at 10 a.m. You see, every second Monday of the month, we have what we call the Pitch It Mondays, where if you're an entrepreneur, you have a business idea, but you need investment into your business, you're able to pitch it to investors who will be with me in the studio. You'll be able to pitch your ideas in 45 seconds or less. And if you can catch their attention, you get the critical investment you need into your business. So rehearse what you're going to say, make sure you're able to catch their attention in 45 seconds or less, you might get that investment into your business.
Hi guys, my name is Tolulope Adeleru Balogun. I currently host Morning Crossfire. I'm here to tell you that you have to get your PVC. Your permanent voter's card is your power, and in your hand you hold the power to make any necessary change that you want in Nigeria. Please participate, because elections are not the end of democracy and governance. The highest office in the land is the office of the citizen. You and I are citizens of Nigeria. Get your PVC. Your PVC, your voice.
Hi, I'm Tunji Andrews, and this is a 1,000 Naira note. To some people, this represents a meal or a few bottles of beer. To other people,
what do you do
this
when someone
is 4 units of Dangote cement share or 21 units of GT Bank stock.
Whatever they may be, case by case, and go the extra mile.
Or the stats and capital needed to start that pure water business.
Femi Daniels and the care team every
Whoever you are and whatever your needs might be, we have you covered on the Money Business and Economy Show on 99.3 Nigeria Info, weekday mornings at 9 a.m. Because it's not really the amount of money that matters. It's usually what you do with it. Cheers.
It's your boy YC, I'm Alaji #1, New School Jagaban, Tiny Entertainment Mafia, and I'm chilling with Femi and the gang, and you're tuned to Nigeria Info. Do not touch that dial.
Return talking all things football, late broadcast for this Saturday, even as the rest of the crew come back in. Yep, that's Femi and that's Buchi on your screen if you're seeing it on YouTube. That's YouTube Live, www.youtube.com/Nigeria Info FM. Okay, we're streaming live and following through. Oladapo Kayode had sent a message earlier on. Chelsea won the league 2014-15 and later gave it to Leicester City. Again, Chelsea won the league 2016-17 and gave it out to Manchester City. Watch out for Chelsea next year. Go first on my mind. Nice one. Appreciate it.
He's saying Chelsea won the league and they gave it to Leicester. And they won the league to City and they gave it to Manchester City. So Chelsea will win the league the next season. They'll give it to Arsenal City. I think you put City in Arsenal.
Well, give it to Arsenal.
Give it to Arsenal City.
Musa Timothy Musa Timothy says, "My name is Moses." I don't understand you. You know, your name is registered as Musa Timothy, and then you say, "My name is Moses." Hello, guys. And then he says, "You guys promised that small boy Emmanuel phone, but the boy called you guys last week." Yeah, he calls us every week.
I think it's Emmanuel uncle.
Yeah. Okay, maybe. Yeah.
Emmanuel uncle.
Yeah. Well, Emmanuel called last week, but we've been waiting for Emmanuel ever since.
Yeah.
So it's not a case of. It's a case of when.
When Emmanuel is a child, he is gonna.
He has to come with someone.
He's gonna have somebody bring him to the studio to collect that gift from Bolarinwa. It's there. I know that Bolarinwa has been agitating, wondering when he will come. If only the little lad could come on his own. So if you're Emmanuel's uncle, please help bring the lad here. But even then, I would say anytime from next week.
Yeah.
Don't let it be Monday, because Bolarinwa then traveled.
Yeah. Friday next weekend.
Yes, maybe the coming weekend should be great.
Next
weekend, next Saturday.
Memories are just coming back. Memories.
Tell me.
You said Emmanuel is a young chap. From when I was 7, 8.
Yeah.
Maybe I did Wakago. Maybe I did Tregu. I was area Femi. That one. I don't need anybody to carry me to anywhere. I take. If my mom say want follow me, I'll tell you.
Wakari Shibado.
No Waka, no go Ibadan. But I Waka reach everywhere for Lagos. No Waka like center post. If mom say want follow me, go. See, the only thing to do PTA parents meeting. I'm gonna go represent myself. My parents don't come and represent me.
Because you were how old?
I had 6, 7, 8 at the rest. I was a big boy from small. So memories. So Emmanuel right now, I would have
the school used to allow you to sit into the PTA.
Yes, I represent myself.
Representing your father.
Yes, I can represent myself. I'm big.
Huh.
Well, there's a problem.
Whatever.
Well,
I don't know.
Well,
I'm not lying. That's a simple truth. I used to tell my mom, she don't come. I don't like when mom she come to school. Nah.
Yeah, there are guys like that. I used to have a friend called Joy, who was notoriously naughty. He used to.
I said I'm notorious.
You know, he used to think he was Rambo, drawing first blood, and so he would put 2 belts across his shoulders like this, shoulders cross one belt here, cross one belt here, and we think it was Van Damme. One time he tried to burn the school down. Set fire. I don't know what he was chasing. Whether he was chasing rabbits. Set fire to a part of the school. You know.
But it's not working.
Again, that guy. You know, everybody just you know, even the teachers used to throw their hands in the air and say, come on. You know.
Oh, no, Femi, hope you are not like.
Were you like that?
No, I was rugged, but I wasn't like that.
Yeah.
I understand how you are rugged and not like.
No, I'm very, very intelligent in a rugged way. So that's just it.
Such contradiction.
A memory.
Yeah.
I remember. Femi, I wish you could.
He was 3 years older than me. But I was the bright one, so I used to help him.
Bright too.
I used to help him with work and class and all of that.
I mean, I was bright, I was intelligent, and I was rugged.
So in return, he used to take me out of school during school hour to go and play table tennis, go and swim, and do all
You guys swim.
My grades started to drop. Yeah.
Yeah,
we used to go swim.
Maybe you're really bad guy. That's right. When you roll with bad guys like that.
When the boy stopped coming to school, the teachers actually celebrated, and everybody was saying, "Thank God!" They did Thanksgiving party for me.
For you.
Because they were like, "What a brilliant child working with this." Olodo. Anyway, but that was the end of leaving school during school hours, going to play table tennis, we used to go do all sorts of nonsense. Boys.
I can't say the nonsense we do on air, yeah. Your own is allowed.
Yeah, and I hope my sons aren't listening, because I'm going to beat nonsense out of...
Femi, football without violence now.
Yeah, I'm going to beat... I'm an African dad, I'm not going to go. I will beat you, in case you are hearing me now.
Femi, don't beat... You can talk to the child.
In case you want to beat, don't beat. Tell me, I'm not a father, I'll beat for you.
No. You'll beat my children mercilessly. I don't want to meet you and your temperament. Let's go to the phone lines, and you can join the conversation at any time. Any time could be now. Let's hear from you guys.
Call us on 0127709993, 0127719993, 0127729993, and 0127739993. This is Nigeria Info. We are listening.
All right. Interesting. Let's see. Hello. Who's our first caller? Are you there?
Hello.
Yeah, good evening to you.
Hello.
Yeah, welcome.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Hello, good evening, Mr. Femi.
Yeah, how far?
This is me calling from Sulu.
Okay, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Talk to us.
Actually, the match between Tottenham and Man City is actually a very good match. I'm enjoying it at home and at
home and abroad. Yeah.
No. What I mean is I'm leaving you guys.
Okay. Okay.
I understand what I mean.
Yeah, I totally. Thank you.
I'm just being nervous.
Are you a City fan?
No.
Are you a Chelsea fan?
Yes.
What are you the fear? Champions League, they fall for this. You look at it now. Who's dragging Europa League with you?
Just forget our down. I have a question, sorry.
Go ahead.
On Thursday, I was part of the winner of the game show Identify.
Okay.
I want to ask, how will I get my prize?
Well, Emmanuel is directly in charge. I think it starts with you won via social media or via the phone.
By the phone line.
So he has your number.
Yes.
Yeah, he's going to reach you personally. It's just that he's out of town. He's on another assignment.
Okay, no problem.
Yes, hopefully.
Let me remind you, sir.
Certainly. Monday, Tuesday should be back, doing what he loves to do best.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you.
Yeah, my name is Datusi.
Welcome, Baba.
I think we have a very good game in our hands, and I'm really expecting Tottenham to really do us proud today. Because I really want that the winning to be delayed somehow.
Okay. Who is the us? Who is the us?
No, not just Barcelona.
You mean the neutrals?
Exactly.
Which Barcelona are you?
In short, I just want it to be delayed. I don't want him to just win with that margin, that wrong point. So I want the gap to be closed.
Okay.
And one thing, Mr. Femi, please. I scored last week. I want to explain offside position. How it means.
Offside position.
Yes, for people like us in the visually impaired community.
Okay.
Yes, I want you to explain. When you say it's an offside, what does it mean? I don't know. but I don't know.
Okay.
And one more thing, my goal first, I don't know if you remember, I'm the one that called to perform.
Ah, okay, Tunde. Yeah, I remember you now.
So I've been expecting your response.
Okay, all right. Okay, according to the offside rule, let me. Okay, don't worry. You can drop the call. You can listen to us. Okay. Okay. Yes.
According to the offside rule. Oh dear, where is James Amanko when you need him? He would have. Samanko master would have. No, it's not Amanko. That's Amanko. This one has S. Amanko has since run.
Kwe is the most important thing.
Yeah, he's been Kwe. Well, he would tell us the law, like law something. So I can't tell you the law right now. But Tottenham have a chance. Well, Marias got a hand to it. The referee had already spotted something, so he wouldn't have counted anyway. But that we neglected to tell you. We're a minute and a half or so into the second half. It's already fully underway here. Just to tell that guy, according to the offside ruling, the attacking side, the furthest attacking player, that is when your side is attacking, the defending side must have two players closer to their post than you. That's the long and short. The defending side must have two players closer to their post than you, the one coming to score them. So if at any time there is only one person closer to that post than you, then you are offside. I don't know whether that makes any sense. In other words, if you collect a pass, and that is at the time you receive a pass, if it is only the goalkeeper and all his defenders and his teammates are behind you, you are ahead at the point the pass is leaving the leg of the person who passes to you, you are offside. But if the goalkeeper and maybe one of his defenders are still further ahead of you, yes. Thank you, Namdi. It's actually law 11. It's law 11. It's law 11. Okay. It's let me just, not just be big man speaking. Let me just give you the quote from the law. The law states that a player is in an offside position if any of their body part, except their hands and their arms, is in the opponent's half of the pitch and closer to the opponent's goal line than both the ball and the second to last opponent. Not necessarily the goalkeeper. Do you understand? Second to last opponent. That is any part of your body, by the time a pass comes to you, that is ahead of the last two players of the defending side. Now, if the goalkeeper is not, let's say the goalkeeper has come out and punched the ball before you receive the pass, there must be two other of the goalkeeper's players there. If there is only one, you're offside. Do you understand that? So,
I think it does.
Yeah, so pretty much that's the way it is. Now, it is not offside if your player is running with the ball and crosses the ball into the box and you are not ahead of the person who passed to you. Even if there is no other defending player there, if the guy that's passing the ball to you is not offside and he runs towards on the line, for instance, and cuts back to you and you are level or you are behind him, even if there's no goalkeeper and nobody there, you are not offside. Okay? So in other words, you cannot be ahead of the last two players for the defending side and as well as the person passing to you.
And the two players you're talking about is one goalkeeper and one
goalkeeper and one
but
it doesn't have to be the goalkeeper. If the goalkeeper is not there, then there has to be two defenders or two players from the defending side. Okay? Now, being in an offside position is not an offense in itself. A player who finds themselves in an offside position at the moment the ball was last touched or was played by a teammate, must then become involved in active play. That is, you may be offside if you don't go and attack the ball. If you don't touch the ball, it's not an offense. It is when you make a move towards the ball that you then become offside. Back in the day, it didn't matter whether you touch the ball or not. Once you are in that position, you're offside. But now you have to be active.
So if you just stand there, ball pass you.
Yes. So you must become involved in active play in the opinion of the referee in order for an offense to happen. Now when the offside offense occurs, the referee will stop play, and of course it's an indirect free kick to the defending team from where you, the offending player, became involved in active play. That is the rule of offside. Okay? We're seeing some injury concerns. It would seem to Dele Ali.
Yeah.
The medics are on the pitch to look at him.
Yeah, he's on the turf, Femi. And that was a tackle from Vincent Kompany on him, but the referee overlooked that and felt it wasn't big enough, so he just let it go. But he's on the turf, and yet again, Pep Guardiola, not easy at the moment.
I'm not happy about something.
Not happy about so many things. In fact, when you lose, you're not a happy man, Femi.
He's not happy. I thought you should be happy for little Messis and big Ronaldos.
Yeah, he's not happy about those. He's not happy about what he's seeing, and he fears. Probably his fear is like, these people will equalize now and will not enter under trouble.
Well, the action is up and running again in Spain, Alex.
Yes, Femi, we'll cross live now to the San Mamés Stadium as we speak. It's 3-1 in that centre. Shocking to see that one as it's 54 minutes gone in that centre. When we came back at second 45 minutes, Raul Garcia for Athletic Bilbao put one back for the home side. But before you could say Jack Robinson, Borja Valle gets one for Deportivo La Corona. I think they've been very, very impressive in this game. No chance for the goalkeeper, Kepa Arrizabalaga, to keep that one out. It just makes it look so beautiful for this Clarence Seedorf's side. Deportivo La Corona, they are coming on again, Femi. They're making this one look easy. They're not playing at the Raitor Stadium. They're playing away from home at the San Mamés, and they're making it look easy. Beautiful one coming from Deportivo La Corona. They lead at Athletic Bilbao by 3-1. 55 minutes gone in that centre, Femi, as we speak. And we just saw a tackle, a bad one coming from the Deportivo La Corona guy. He headed the ball into the back of the net, but the referee says it was a foul there. And you could see the frustration coming from the Basque, the Basque club. The fans are not really happy with that call from the referee, and the likes of Cisa Ayeta and Aduriz are not believing what the referee calls there. But it's still on. It's 55 minutes gone in that one. Athletic Bilbao 1, Deportivo La Corona 3.
Gideon Omoaka is saying kudos guys on YouTube, watching from Uniben. We appreciate you. We're live on YouTube, by the way. That's youtube.com/Nigeria Info FM, and thank you to all the guys who are watching us live and now. Appreciate you guys. You can join the conversation. Send us your messages on our YouTube portal, youtube.com/Nigeria Info FM, or you could just run a search for Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info Live, yes, Nigeria Info Live. You will see us, and thank you also for liking. We do this. We try to do this as much as possible, at least once in a weekend and during Champions League football.
For me, that was a bad tackle for me. On Fabio, bad tackle. But for me, it's been a very, very good second half. We saw Spurs coming out, and they have no choice but to come out. The good thing about them is they got that one goal towards the end of the first half. Right now, the motivation is there, the inspiration is there. The problem is, can they calculate it and make it a very good combination? That is the question. Spurs, very good squad, especially playing at home. City, we know they can concede goals like it's nothing. But also good one. I expected good football. I'm getting it. Goals they can go, don't enter. 2.5 don't enter.
Femi, I'm looking at a different City side in the second half. They are not as attacking as they were in the first half. I think they are more sitting back more now than they did in the first half, which is something I felt Pep Guardiola would have done, like, a lot of times. You know that at this point your team is being attacked, at every front. So sit back. Imagine if City were attacking in the second half, probably they would have considered again, but they have not been attacking. They've sat down. and Tottenham are finding it difficult to break them down.
We do know if they win here tonight, they will be champions?
No, if they win here tonight, they will have to wait till tomorrow.
Yes, because of United.
If United lose,
that was what made the United game very symbolic.
Yeah, very symbolic,
United can no longer, if they are going to stand a mathematical chance. Of course, we do know City are champions in waiting.
When you use symbolic, you have to refer to this periodic table. Because all these are symbols, so symbolic, like using oxygen, helium, and the rest.
Well, here comes Ben Davies for Tottenham. Wow, Harry Kane was waiting there, just eluded him. And the City players seem to be playing with fire in their own box.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder why they do that and do that all the time. It's wrong. I mean, you're on that well. It worked for them anyways, but. Just look at that crosser from Ben Davies again. Harry Kane not properly placed in there. You feel if they had 2 players more central, then maybe they would have hurt City. But this is it.
I guess it's the rule of tiki-taka. Play it out. Yeah, well, tiki-taka doesn't, pass it out, more like it.
Pass it out, yes, that's the word. Pass it out.
Tiki-taka is played beautiful. Taka means beautiful in one language. I've forgotten the name.
They should not move from tiki taka to katikati.
No, taka means beautiful. I'm not joking. It's not Taka the boxer. Taka means beautiful.
Taka.
In one language. I've forgotten
what language?
Honestly, I will look for the country.
Tiki taka.
Yes, I think in Mars planet.
Femi. We need to call Dr. Jules for this guy.
Dr. Jules has been under the weather. Unfortunately, the doctors, when the doctor realized that you are human too, and you need a doctor yourself.
When a doctor needs a doctor.
Yeah. All those who.
For me, I would have been a doctor. I wanted to be a doctor growing up. Now when I enter, I say this will be really well. I change our vision.
Yeah, you change your mind.
Doctor Bucci. Like imagine Doctor Bucci. That would be nice.
DP.
Oh dear.
Just see the way he took it.
Halfway into your profession, you would have halved the Nigerian population. We're approaching the hour mark in this game. It's Tottenham 1, City 2. We're waiting for a bright spark.
Lamela is still in this game, Femi.
That's a bit surprising. And Mauricio Pochettino deciding to leave Heung-min Son on the bench.
I don't know why.
I just floated ball from Kevin De Bruyne. Kyle Walker with the anticipated target.
You can see the trouble on Guardiola's face. He's kind of worried. He's running up and down. He has experienced this before, so he doesn't want it to repeat himself. Thunder know they strike one play 2 times. That is they strike 2. Now Lightning they strike 2.
Thunder know they fire back.
No. Lightning. According to my experience in this life, Lightning they strike like 2 times at the same place. Thunder strike at different places.
Okay.
So what I've seen it before.
So which one is striking, Bucci? Thunder or the other one?
Lightning light, Thunder strike. They are twins.
Oh. Yeah. Well, here come Man City with another opportunity.
Want to form another.
Gabriel Jesus could easily have had 2 in this encounter.
I mean, Gabriel Jesus is what he is, a fantastic player. He knows how to score goals, but you feel he's still not in the class of Sergio Aguero.
In any way.
That man is up there. That he's a no-nonsense striker, Aguero. Once he sees that ball that ended up.
Well, opportunity for Harry Kane. The referee's whistle had already gone.
I thought that
was clearly offside.
Yeah, I thought that was a chance for Harry Kane, but still in the second half, I really haven't seen Harry Kane in this game. Is it the injury or is it the appeal? I don't know what's wrong with Harry Kane, but he's just what he is. I've seen more of Eriksen. I've seen more of Dele Alli, at least a little of Dele Alli. I've seen more of them, but Harry Kane has been nowhere close to the ball.
Well, Joseph Ebonyi, we'll see you, watching you guys live. Good job, you say. We're live on YouTube, you know that. Appreciate your coming. We can say the thumbs up to you, to this camera, and to that camera.
I'm Shaku.
Yeah, to our multi-camera positions. Thank you for joining us. You could also join the conversation. And if you haven't joined us live streaming before, well, tens of people are watching us at this very moment. YouTube.com/Nigeria Info FM. Just look for Nigeria Info Live. Search for Nigeria Info Live on YouTube. You will see us. You drop a comment. Let's have a conversation and share your thoughts. Even as we say so, we're also tracking other social media portals. Adequate Adeni 222 saying Mo Salah is a wonder player from Africa, the best player on earth right now, breaking all records in the EPL. The World Cup is here, and Mo Salah will shake the world. Ronaldo, watch your back.
Why is Ronaldo? You call the other person.
He said he's the best player on the planet right now.
Femi, I'll slightly disagree with that. He's the best informed player right now. Other players are informed. I don't like when people do comparisons and they compare. They put Ronaldo in that sentence. They said, you don't have to compare. Ronaldo and Messi should not really be in any sentence with any other player. Sometimes it gets me angry. Femi, I want my right to get angry. Ronaldo and Messi, I keep on saying it. For me, I think they are the pounded yam and fufu of food stuff. So both of them, they are top tier. But now, if you can't compare to anybody, Salah might be jollof rice or fried rice, not in the level of Ronaldo and Messi.
3 goals have been scored. We've seen just over an hour of football. All 3 goals scored by Harry Kane.
But Buchi seems to forget something. Buchi seems to forget something, Femi. He talked about Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi.
I never believed I would join and join Harry Kane.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe it's the appeal. Maybe that's why Harry Kane is not performing. That was great.
Gabriel Jesus, certainly. And what happened? Unbelievable miss from Gabriel Jesus, and he seems to be quarreling with himself. He was totally onside. Totally onside. He was alone. Sanchez running. He then had a faulty touch that moved the ball to his left. He had help to his right.
Yeah.
Sterling was waiting for his right. He only needed to cut it back.
Yeah, but
he decided to waste that opportunity. Well, Sane has been withdrawn, and in his stead comes Otamendi. City are going to block. And Heung-min Son finally comes in after 64 minutes to replace Eric Lamela, who's been totally absent in this game.
Femi, I understand him, Sane coming off. Trust me, he has played so many games. He played both legs. He played against Liverpool when they lost, and also against United. He played full time, and he's a young player. Fatigue might be catching him. What I don't understand, Namdi have been lamenting since Lamela not starting this game. And right now bringing in Son. I think it's kind of right because it's 2 minutes. It will work for them. But I think City are kind of going defensive. I've not really seen Pep do that before, and they're coming again for me.
Here comes City. Silva. It comes to Sterling. It takes a deflection. Hugo Lloris gratefully clutches.
Jeez. Femi, these chances will come back to hunt City, I'm definitely sure. We saw Jesus
and they were off.
Missing a very good chance. I'm standing
the linesman didn't think Silva was off.
The linesman was slipping. Femi, I can't be a football manager.
But he didn't seem to be level with the last man for Tottenham.
Yeah,
I'd like to see that again. I'm not sure. It did seem marginal.
Silva wasn't on. And yesterday, the Premier League clubs voted that VAR should not be introduced next season. And Pep Guardiola, in his presser, said that it was Chelsea and United that decided that to happen. Sometimes I look at this officiating, just like the free kick that was a penalty, and this offside. I'm conspiracy theory in my head is maybe they're intentionally doing this and say you see why we need VAR, we need help.
We don't need it.
But I don't think we need it.
The help is too slow.
I don't think we need it.
The help is too slow. If they can put VAR and put VAR, let the VAR be talking to the referee, then we need it.
Okay. Well, free kick. Heung-min Son has already forced a yellow card for the City captain, Vincent Kompany. It's a free kick to be swung in from the right edge of the box. Eriksson delivers. Heung-min Son almost redirect. And Ben Davis's cross takes a defensive head. Kyle Walker ensuring it causes no more problems. But all of a sudden, it seems Tottenham have got the winds in their sail. Trippier recklessly gives the ball away in an attempt to cross it.
with that change for City, Otamendi coming in for Sane, we see Fabio Delp coming in midfield. I can't remember the last time this man played in midfield. It has been wrong for a very, very long time. Though it's kind of covering everything, but City still have the players for them to like do well. Sterling is still there, Jesus is still there, De Bruyne is still there. They missed good chances when after that substitution. They should be doing better. Spurs are not yet to play.
Well, City are now playing deep, trying to ensure they keep the lead. Popola Olatunji says on YouTube, Salah, 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 Mane, 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 Mane. And we have Femi.
You only want Femi.
Salah did not score 4 goals. Femi did not score 4 goals. Femi don't have one.
Wow.
He's wrong.
More from you. Yange Steven Aondoase Sunday. Oh boy, your name plenty says, good evening, gentlemen in the studios. In fact, great job. I'm watching you guys live on YouTube. May God bless you guys and the entire management of Nigeria Info. We'd like to thank you very much. We don't know what the surname is. Mr. Yange Steven Andoase Sunday.
Yeah.
And Moses Timothy comes back to clarify, I'm not his uncle talking about little Emmanuel. I'm just telling you about it because the boy did not know about it, because you guys did not know about it, because you guys did not tell him that day. Okay, talking about the young man. I understand you now, so perhaps the next time Emmanuel calls, we'll remind him he's got a phone to pick up, which Bolaniwa promised him. He can always come and pick it up, of course accompanied by an adult, certainly. 68 minutes, Tottenham 1, City 2.
And you feel that the longer the game stays this way, the more nervous Pep Guardiola will be, and the more anxious we'll see Mauricio Pochettino, become. Because the longer you feel City already, to see that Otamendi has come on. Pep Guardiola is now thinking in another direction.
He does not want to lose.
It's not like I'm holding 1 goal advantage. I'll take it. I'll take it anytime. I'm not attacking again. Let's just end the game this way. But like you always say, you have to switch. You have to switch at some point. He's seen 2-goal leads, go because of his attacking philosophy. He's got 1 goal now. He would rather hold it than push forward.
Well, Dembele has just picked up a totally needless yellow. Just
his brother. That's his brother.
Dragging
that's his brother.
Kevin De Bruyne back a bit.
Yeah, that's his brother.
Into the 70th minute of this game. It's a free kick in not too bad position. Some 35 yards out, if you ask me. A little less than that. We're looking at an aerial shot of the distance. It looks good. Kevin De Bruyne to hit it. Well, it doesn't go past the wall. Rather disappointing. And City looking perhaps for that assurance goal to lock this up now. As we take a look again at Spain.
Yes, Femi, we cross live now to Spain. It's 73 minutes gone in that center, and yes, the fight back is on for Athletic Bilbao. Sorry, they've gotten 1 goal back off the corner kick. Look at that, crossing in, no chance for the goalkeeper. Was headed down by Arif Adouri. A great header.
What just happened? Spectation has gone to 3rd. Well, Pep Guardiola could possibly headbutt somebody. The ball was floated to Kyle Walker. The cross was great. Gabriel Jesus was lurking. Hugo Lloris punched it straight towards Sterling. He should have just hit it. He decided to send to feint and the dribble, and in the end, it took a block when the net was empty. Corner kick. And another opportunity to strike yet another corner. This time it's Otamendi who's in the box trying to cause trouble. Tottenham in trouble. Tottenham 1, City 2.
I mean, I'll take Raheem Sterling out. I'll take him out. No need. He has he has no reason to be on this pitch. He's not just running around that is football. Score when you have the chance.
Well, more opportunities for City. Comes. It's Raheem Sterling. Who's standing just in front of the goalkeeper.
No respect.
Atrocious defending from Tottenham. It's Tottenham 1, City 3.
Femi, it's still on Sterling. He needed that goal. He missed that chance, Femi. I was saying, if I was there, I would have benched him, import the seatbelt from China and put him on the bench. But Sterling, he vindicated himself by scoring that second goal, that third goal for Manchester City. You can say like a bad defending from the sport, but he was there to lock it in. Good one for City. They needed this game and winning, and the way tomorrow, if West Brom can do them a favor against Manchester United.
I don't think that goal vindicated him. I think first of all he made them not win the game at against United at the Etihad, and he was almost making them not win this one. And yet again, what's it with him and shooting the ball up? even Pep Guardiola what's it with him and shooting the ball up? He shoots the ball up all the time, and that was him shooting the ball up again. I won't forgive him. He's got this goal.
It's his fundamental human right to shoot the ball up.
He has scored this goal, but I still don't. I would still not play him if I was.
Yeah, he was trying to shut you up the moment. To be replaced.
He should be replaced immediately. And Lucas Moura has just walked in. I think Mauricio Pochettino ruined the game by himself in the first 45.
Well, interesting stuff. We don't know what further drama we may yet see. We still have all of 18 minutes of football to play. Well, Tottenham were preparing a substitution when that goal came in. Lucas Moura has now been introduced for Dembele. And it's surprising, Tottenham have been rather coy and unimpressive for most of this game. There was a semblance of positive play at the start of the second half.
Yeah.
But that has since been watered down.
Yeah, it's down. Femi, they know what's worrying them, Tottenham. I don't know what the problem is, but City haven't been, as effective as they were in the first half. It is a different City, a calm City, who are rather, looking to hold on to that one goal advantage than go forward and score another goal. But I mean, Tottenham were not up to it. Now Lucas Moura is in, and we should see more urgency, something we are not seeing from this Tottenham side. But it seems that City will not make the same mistake they made 3 matches ago, 2 matches ago, and the last match. I think they are still winning this one.
Well, here comes City's Heung-min Son. Crosses the ball well. Company manages to block, but that was a good cross into the box. It did look dangerous. And a very rather vicious and aggressive clearance of the ball. Sterling! It beats Sanchez. Will he strike it? Well, somehow he misses.
Sterling. And that was a chance. That was yet another chance. Raheem Sterling would get 10 chances and score 1. 10 chances and score 1. He has the pace. He has everything working for him. He has the teammates who always spot him wherever he is, and that was another chance. He held on to the ball for too long. Davison Sanchez was all over him, but he held on to the ball. Just shoot, and he eventually shot the ball.
That's the corner.
Yeah, but he held on to the ball, and that was how Davison Sanchez could. He was counting his leg.
You got to credit Sanchez, who stood his ground and was perhaps able to get something in on that one. Well, it's getting perhaps more and more interesting in Spain.
Femi, one thing shocking, it's Mikel Susaeta for Athletic Bilbao. He scored off a corner kick, no touch from anybody. Bent that one in with absolute precision and power into the back of the net. It's 2-3 right there at the San Mamés Stadium. The fight back is on. You get the feeling Athletic Bilbao might get this one back to square one and get all three, get the third goal in this match. I think Deportivo La Corona are tiring out in this game. They've done a very, very excellent job at defending this Athletic Bilbao side. But Femi, when you score from corner kicks, you get the feeling they will score more goals when they get the chances. And here they come again. Oh, almost from Athletic Bilbao. Yet another corner. You get the feeling this one is turning up to be one interesting tie. And the goalkeeper, Ruben, fantastic block from the goalkeeper. I just want to see what will happen in the last 10 minutes of this tie. Yet another one again. Femi, this is interesting from the La Liga.
Yeah, Popo Alatunjis is talking. He said, guys, let me correct that. Salah, Mane. And we've got Firmino.
He's not touching anything. Firmino is just one.
Same Firmino 4 times.
No, he said, we've got Firmino.
It's just 2-1. He just relegated the Femi. I think he would have made it.
We've got Firmino.
Put 3-1. Make it like Sa-Ma Fem.
Well, he actually says it's our song here right now, where he's watching the game. And then he asks, guys, Kane should forget the golden boot. Salah has it already.
I have to agree with him.
Usually Kane is noted for his run in. The last 2-3 seasons, he gets to score a lot of goals towards the end of the season.
Pochettino will tell the whole players.
So it took the run in for him to stop Lukaku last time.
No, I think that the appealing organization are against him right now. I think clubs will open up for Salah to score.
Appealing
organization for other clubs because it's a team football. That appealing was so. But I think that's the worst thing I've seen in football. Salah scoring today made me very happy. For
that appeal, psychologically, that portends psychological blow for them.
You see, this is not the sports I used to know.
I think it's affecting them.
It's like he's second guessing himself.
Yeah, I think it's affecting them and it's affecting the whole team. Christian Eriksen, you know, when you take a goal from a creator because you're a striker, then the creator now thinks of why should I pass to you?
Definitely.
You know, it's a problem. Christian Eriksen is the engine room of Tottenham. Harry Kane scores the goals, yes, but Christian Eriksen is key to Tottenham. I think he's even more key to Tottenham than what Harry Kane is to Tottenham because he's the one who gets the balls forward. He's the one who allows the rest of the players play, and when he sees a chance, he scores. I think that's going to be a problem going forward. And like I told anyone, I said, you know, it wasn't like it was an own goal. Then Harry Kane said, I touched it.
Yeah.
It's the fact that your own teammate scored the goal and you're insisting I touched the ball. The goal was credited to your teammate and you said you touched the ball. If I were him, I would leave. If I was Eriksen, I would leave that club. I'll leave the club.
I think that's kind of too harsh, but it was bad
because the club is supporting Harry Kane more than they're supporting
the club released statements now, so they want the goal to go to Kane.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Femi, I think we have a new syndrome right now. Appealing syndrome is happening to Spurs.
Yeah, you should ask Nico Rosberg.
Rosberg retired from Formula 1 because of Hamilton.
Yeah. There's too much wahala, and he thought the Mercedes team were
all for Hamilton.
All for Hamilton
at every point.
Well, again, you've got to consider also the race. We've seen situations where teams have decided to submit sitters to somebody who has a chance to win, to win a prize, a higher scorer prize.
For me, I totally understand that, but there should be ways to do it.
We've even seen a situation where a player has come out to say, that was not my goal, it was my teammate's goal, give it to him.
Freely, he said, okay, that was not my goal, we understand, but this one was kind of not in the way we expected. The whole EPL people was kind of shocked. Players weren't even shocked. Salah even tweeted, oh wow, everybody was surprised with it. You really don't force things. And also Kane swearing with his daughter.
I think that was what I didn't like.
You don't say that to me. You don't say that. I think it just like puts Spurs where they belong. A total small club. A big club will not come and do that. You never see Club at Chelsea. You never see United doing that. It's not possible. You never see an Arsenal doing that. You will never see a Liverpool doing that. Goals come, goals go. Anybody will score, carry out for them. Not everybody go markets, they go buy tomato. Some they go buy crayfish.
I don't understand that.
I'm tired, I'm weak.
That's the part I don't understand.
Well, again, Africa is rich in proverbs.
No, but how does that affect you?
African man. It's just proverbial. Sometimes when the proverb doesn't enter,
it just drops.
We don't just drop it. The elders don't talk unless, in fact, they don't say a thing unless there's a proverb to go with it. Monkey does not buy banana unless he goes to the market.
Monkey does not buy banana. Monkey gives monkey banana.
Okay.
It's gift. Now, gorilla they buy banana give monkey.
Now, I know you need that.
Is it why Dr. Juice is Dr. Juice is under the weather? She used to go and help someone that is worse than being under the weather.
In the weather.
He's in the weather. He needs help.
All right, we've seen over 80 minutes of football. Tottenham 1, City 3. It would look like 3 points in the bag for City. And perhaps there's an opportunity to hear from you guys. The lines are already buzzing. I would like to hear your opinion for those just joining us for the first time, potentially. Here are our numbers.
Call us on 01-277-0993, 01-277-1993, 01-277-2993, and 01-277-3993. This is Nigeria Info. We are listening.
And we seem to have a caller on the line. Hi there, good evening to you.
Good evening.
Yes, please, welcome.
One day, that's Kennedy calling from my village.
Welcome, Kennedy.
Yeah, you guys, you are doing wonderful job.
Thank you.
I love you guys.
We appreciate you too.
You guys say monkey doesn't go to market to go and buy banana.
We don't know, we're just trying to we're trying to force proverbs.
Yeah, you know what happened to me today?
Tell me.
In front of Chevron, this thing, there is a Lekki conversation, something there.
Okay, Lekki conservation.
Yes, I went there today to take a photo between wedding that is coming up next month on the farm and then the feast.
Okay.
Then I go to gala and the water. Before I know it, I just put it on the table there. Before I know it, this monkey came down and took the gala and ran away.
Monkey collected gala from you.
Yes, and even attacked me the one that I'm holding.
Monkey the para now.
The para.
Monkey one child. Monkey one child. This is funny. You collect yourself drink too?
No.
Okay.
I really try to attack me.
How many were there?
Plenty. I can't even say.
So you just surrendered the gala?
You
didn't fight for your fundamental human rights?
No.
You can't fight for fundamental human rights. So they will be fighting for their own fundamental primate right. Because they are primates. Well,
no, I just have to let it go.
Oh my show. And nobody captured that. No photo. Man, by now you will be trending on. You would have gone viral. Yeah. But that's an experience, huh?
I really experienced it.
Nice one, brother. Nice one. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
Put a smile on our faces.
The monkey face.
Yeah. Hi there. The monkey will slap you, collect your money. Yeah. Glory, Man United.
Glory, Man United.
Femi.
How you there?
I'm fine. I'm expecting to substitute Buchi.
To substitute Buchi?
Yes.
Why?
You guys know.
It's Buchi.
Wait, I'm not okay. First you. Wait, I'm okay.
You want to become a doctor, you want to become a manager, you want to become a restaurant.
I said I would have become. His wood is there.
You said after your journalistic job, you become a manager.
That's my plan.
Yes, please.
Bola be back.
Bola? I didn't hear you.
Will Bola Arima be back this week?
Yes, he'll be back this coming week. Early in the week, yeah. All right, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Hi there, good evening and welcome.
Hello?
Yes, please talk to us.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Emmanuel calling from here.
Welcome, Emmanuel.
Buchi is not saying anything now.
How is the A?
Yeah, US is doing well. Thank God.
Yeah.
See, about that penalty, to me, I think this was the referee's name.
John Moss.
John Moss, rather.
Okay. Does it have anything with maybe all this kind of calls? You know now, like the rest. This one, does he have any negative call that he has caused to win again?
Oh, Well, every referee. I don't know. I think some could argue that it was some would probably argue that it was on the line. It wasn't quite on the line. The goalkeeper was still in the box, but he slid out and took off. Was that Raheem Sterling? Sterling, yeah. Took him out cold. It did seem suspiciously and very creditably so, like a free kick and something that should have led to a sending off, but he gave a penalty and a yellow instead.
Okay, so let's say it's what? Because to me, when I saw it, immediately I saw it, I knew that wasn't the penalty.
Yeah.
And he was closer to the
yeah.
Me, I didn't even watch it. Immediately I saw it. I knew.
Yeah. It was even shocking that the Spurs players didn't protest it too much. They didn't protest the fact that it was outside the box. Perhaps would have given the referee the opportunity of conferring with his assistant, who maybe had seen.
Maybe because they thought that would have been a wait for us.
Yeah, I guess they just looked at it. If they bring it out of the box, they will just send it off. I think we could have done a penalty. Let's move on.
Let's play the movement.
I'm definitely doing it a shame, honestly. He has destroyed my FPA now, and I'm annoyed with him. I will tell you. I don't need. Yes.
Trust me, he's my captain.
He's your captain. I couldn't even update my own captain. It was Manu. Thank God he even scored, and I'm happy.
I don't even know why, because I actually captained him because he has a double week. I was thinking that he will score one here and then go and ride these people they are playing in the next game. What's the name? That's what I was hoping. All right, man.
Everybody.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. Uchenna, is that you? Hello? Uchenna, how you doing? Welcome, Uchenna. Uchenna, you they hide? They hide, they make the call. It's a hide, not be high.
No, no, say
hide.
Hide. We can't hear you now. You dey hide.
It just say kuna.
Oh, you don't swallow. Oh, yeah, now. Finish your swallow. Swallow. Yeah, guy. Hi there. Hello, good evening. There's deadness on the line, it would seem.
Yeah, I guess so. And the elephant is being introduced.
Hello,
good evening to you. How are you?
Mr. Femi, good evening.
Yeah, welcome. Talk to me.
Nice talking to you.
The pleasure is all mine. Go ahead.
My name is Precious.
Precious, huh?
Yes.
Welcome.
Mr. Namdi, good evening.
Good evening. You forgot Mr. Alex.
Oh, Mr. Alex, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening again.
Yeah, good evening.
For Man City, I think they have tried their best, and I wish them all the best.
I like that.
All right.
Try their best to wish them all the best.
Yeah.
Lyrics, go studio and make a song.
All right. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts with us. Hello, good evening to you. We're already eating. Well, hello, good evening. Welcome.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, please.
This is Zainab on the radio.
Zainab.
Welcome, Zainab.
Welcome.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. Okay. I'm looking for okay. And then I want to ask a question.
Yeah.
Is Perez from Arsenal, is he sold or loan?
Lucas Perez for Deputy for Corona.
He went on loan.
It's a loan deal.
The loan. They'll be back at Arsenal and they'll be sold eventually.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
All right. Appreciate your calling us. Thank you.
Sulaiman Oyewale says, hi Femi and the folks. Watching you live from Ekpe. Jolly job. Thank you. Yes. And Yange Steven, and I wonder why say Sunday comes back and says, guys, Salah is like a lion. Goal scoring. He doesn't mind whether big team or small team. As you registered for football game, he score you. Great job for Salah. you guys are doing a wonderful job with. Thank you. By the way, we've eaten into the movie road show timing. We're inside stoppage time. We are waiting the referee to sound the whistle anytime. 4 minutes were added into this. And the movie road show will be a little extended. But just so you know, Irabo is back, taller than before.
Yo, it's back. Yo.
Yeah, and then Irabo is, you know, Irabo now has pot belly.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
It's not pot belly. I think he has frying pan belly right now. Frying pan, you know frying pan, bro.
Irabo, you guys who know Irabo, you know Irabo is like twice the height of Buchi.
No, I'm talking about Irabo.
You are nothing but Hurricane's cousin.
you want to go and do appeal now?
To claim everybody's height.
Oh, Femi, honestly, I'm taller than Irabo.
If you are not careful, before you know it, I'll be taller than you.
Femi, you make it, Femi, Femi, no insult to you, but Femi, don't grow finish. I mean, you are like Chidebere. You don't grow finish. No, you are insult Femi. No, Chidebere don't grow finish.
Femi, you should get the strong query.
According to Chidebere's age, he's supposed to grow.
He's done growing.
But if you like say Chidebere stop growing at 30.
His head is too big.
The head is too big. He can't grow more than that.
The head is weighing him down.
It's done.
Wow.
That was bad.
Man, Raheem Sterling.
Femi, something happened. Something happened in that game. There was a cross in the box of City, and Harry Kane headed the ball outside. Headed the ball outside.
Harry Kane is, I don't know how to say. We're waiting for the final whistle. This game, well, I don't know how to say, but Tottenham they're trying to fight for some prestige now. Trippier goes back to Eriksen, who just totally wastes the ball.
Is it that one people so that the Kane will not score? So no, they will not appeal again.
This Sterling. He's a blessing and a curse.
By the way, Paula Natunji is watching us from Ogun State. Thank you very much. Appreciate you.
That's my hood.
Bow wow, if you understand what I mean.
Bow wow?
Not bow wow. Bow wow. Bow wow. It's a greeting.
I thought they used to listen to bow wow.
It's an exact kind of greeting. How you greet yourself.
Omawa.
It's not bow
wow. No, bow wow is like an
just like you say Aine Kele or Kelegi or something like that. Just a greeting. Just like Ibadan people will say Enleo.
Well, just like cross river people will say, especially those in the they will say, oh, what's your? Oh, I'm not. They know.
You know that how?
Yes. Oh, I serve there, so
they say, oh,
what's your?
Then you have the
in Akwa Ibom we say Tiero. It's like Ekujoko or something like that. Tiero.
The Kogi people they will say Agba. Agba, yeah. Agba, I think the good morning is Olojuju. Oroka is good afternoon. Olane, you know, and all that.
And the Hausas will say Sanu.
You know the funny part?
Yeah.
When they say all that, you hear they will say the response is there's one time two ladies will say Femi, from here the free CMS they say shouting
all the way to
nobody on there stop saying the and they were going.
Alright guys, our job is done here tonight, but the referee sounds the whistle one last time to bring proceedings here to an end. It's victory for Manchester City, and they can celebrate as they inch ever closer to another league title. The goal scoring commence with Gabriel Jesus. Sterling was to score the last after Guruan had scored a second from the penalty spot. It was a pretty disappointing Tottenham side that turned up today. Some say they are suffering the blowout, and if you ask blowout, fallout, and perhaps you know, the Harry Kane saga will torment them for a while to come. We've said it before, we say it again. The movie roadshow, you know, it never stopped, but it's back bigger as ever with Irabo. It's 9:30 p.m. every Saturday. This week, Moses Babatokwe is guest, is Group Executive Director of Filmhouse Cinemas. And the guys are talking about the evolution of cinema culture in Nigeria. Don't worry, you've missed about 10, well, you haven't missed anything. It's about 10 minutes late now, but trust me, it will go over, so there will be enough time. Irabo is in the house, live, back from the UK, with love, with plenty of love from Mama Charlie. Yeah, from Mama Charlie, and all of that. So, movie buffs, get ready. This is your time. From us, Femi and the gang, we've had all water day. The lads have worked like Jackie today. Nandi, Buchi, Alex. But finally, the day is done.
The day is done, Femi, and they're excited. I think for City, they know the job has been done. This was the last one. If they lost to Tottenham, then they have 2 more games, to play. But now they beat Tottenham. They know that the next thing they're going to play is going to be at home. Even if United beat West Brom, they'll just have 1 more day, 1 more weekend to confirm, being a Premier League champion. So Tottenham have helped their cause. Congratulations to City in advance. They are worthy champions.
Well, everybody is insulting Buchi on social media on YouTube. Just the last ones from you. Yes, Bauer. Yeah, that's a bar for you. Keita says, well done, guys. God bless you all. Abiya Willie says, great job, Femi and the gang. Enjoying myself here all the way from England. Godson Chibe is there. Buchi is not. And then he says, Buchi is crazy. Buchi is insane. Buchi needs help.
Dr. Jules.
Yeah.
Femi, I got in. I don't know you. I don't know you, but I would not like to know you. If you know me, how would you say help? We all need help in different ways. And the help I need right now is financial help. If you can help, that's the only help I need right now.
What are you doing with your salary?
Femi, I have responsibilities, Femi. Who's I don't do responsibilities? I have responsibilities. I have a wife coming up. She might be pregnant, she does not know.
She's pregnant, she does not know.
So we'll think about the future.
Who will give you their daughter, by the way? Anyway,
I'm getting married.
The movie.
I'm getting married next year, Femi. I don't know what I'm getting married to, but
Alex.
Yeah, it has been great.
Are you getting married this year too?
No. Okay. The game ended already. The Bilbao game against Deportivo La Corona. It was the Mandemarola Borca Valley that salvaged something for them. 3 points. They sit 18th on the table. They need 4 points to keep them safe up the La Liga table. So the fight is on. The belief is on. Tomorrow the games will kick off. First off, live at the Ipua Stadium somewhere in. It's good to do this all time, Femi. It's a pleasure. It's from the Mandema call. It's a good night, Vienna.
Well, the pleasure is all ours. We've had fun doing it. Bichi?
Nice one. So that game ended Spurs won, Man City 3. Total game. We saw a total of 23 goals in 7 games today. Nice one for Manchester City. They lost 3 straight games. So right now win against Spurs. They are just like they are 2 legs are there, but 1 finger is out to winning the league if United don't get results. But I'm Femi, good news for Wolves today. Officially, they are promoted to the Premier League. Wolves Wolverhampton Wanderers, that team that was in the league before, they got promotion today due to Fulham joined that game. So welcome to the Premier League, Wolves. We can't wait to woof you people.
Namdi,
Kachifo.
Tomorrow night, after the games, Who Cares will feature the heartbreaking stories of 3 little babies and what their mothers have had to pass through. We'll tell you all about it tomorrow. Thanks for joining us. Good night, everybody.
They make sports look like say you dey inside stadium. My name is Okeba.